There we go. So you should get your little message pop up on the screen there. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining us today. Convo Live yoga session with the wonderful Jordan. Thank you so much for being here, Jordan. Would you like to just share a little bit about your yoga background before we get started?
Yes, sure. My name's Jordan, as you've already said. Thank you for having me. I'm honored to teach you guys a class tonight. I first got into yoga because I wanted to be able to do handstands and do crazy poses that you see on Instagram. I'll be honest, I know it's a little bit of a shallow reason. But I soon found that yoga is really helpful just for overall wellness and getting to know your personal limits physically. Later, that kind of helps in all areas of your life. I think if you can pay attention to what's going on with your body, that can help you in a lot of different ways. Just learn to be a little bit more observant. I became a teacher in 2017, so around 4.5 years ago. And I really enjoy teaching. It's been fun. I do Spanish classes and English classes. I much prefer to do English, so thank you guys for being willing to practice with me and hear an American accent tonight.
Thanks, Jordan. That's awesome. Just before we get started, any tips, any advice for us? I think most of us are fairly new. Any advice that would be useful?
Just make sure that you are not in pain during any of the poses. We were talking about this a little bit earlier, but there's a difference between being uncomfortable and being in pain. So that's a hard line to find. If you feel that you can't breathe during a pose, that's usually a sign that you need to back off. We'll be breathing throughout all of the movements today because breath is really important in vinyasa yoga, which is the style that I will teach you guys tonight. So if you find that your breath is catching at some point, that probably means, okay, I need to get back to a place where I can breathe evenly. I don't think that's going to happen because this is going to be a relaxing, fun class. So we're not doing anything too crazy.
Awesome. Thank you, Jordan. Okay, so we'll get into the session now, and then afterwards we'll have 5-10 minutes for any questions or feedback that anyone may have. All right.
Okay.
So if everyone can just make sure, all microphones are muted. If at any point you want to stop and ask Jordan something, unmute your microphone and ask away. All right, let's have fun, guys.
All right. Go ahead and get comfortable. If you have a blanket or a pillow or anything like that nearby, that could be helpful at some point during the class. We're going to start with just getting into our breathing. And don't worry about what I'm doing or what anyone else is doing. The main goal of yoga is to feel the stretch in the appropriate place. And that's going to look different for everybody. So I will share that I'm pregnant. And so that's a limitation that I'm bringing to class tonight. And I'm glad that some of you shared you have back issues because that's something I need to be careful about right now in my current body situation. So we're all together in that. So tonight, if you want, let's start by sitting. And we're going to cross one leg directly in front of the other at the shin. So right in the middle of your shins, and then you're going to let your knees drop. If it's hard for your knees to fall down to the ground here, it can be really helpful to sit on that pillow or blanket just to have your hips a little bit higher. Okay, so just see how this feels. You can put some light pressure on your knees with your hands and maybe do some circles here. Just starting to move, feel where your hips are, being gentle with your back. Go to the other side, switch direction. Okay, find a spot right in the middle. Trying to stack your shoulders over your hips. And the crown of your head, the very top of your head, up towards the ceiling. Your chin, instead of being up, we want it to be just a little bit down. So we have our back in a nice, ready posture. From here, if you want, you can close your eyes. And we'll just start by taking some deep breaths. So breathe in through your nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. And let it go through your mouth. And again, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. And sigh it out. We're going to start breathing in and out both through the nose. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue breathing on your own for just a second here. From here, you can keep your eyes closed if you want, but bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. Nothing else changes in your body. Your back is nice and straight. We're just bringing the ear towards your shoulder. And if you want a little bit more, extend your left arm and try and touch the floor next to you. And if you want even more good neck stretch, you can use your right hand on the left side of your head. Just put some gentle pressure. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. From here, turn your nose towards your elbow, towards your shoulder. And release, bring your chin towards your chest. And we're going to roll all the way to the other side, left ear, left shoulder. Keep up with your breath, inhaling and exhaling through your nose. You can have the same options. You can extend your hand to touch the floor. And if you want, you can put some gentle pressure on the right side of your head with your left hand. And go ahead and turn your nose towards your shoulder, stretching the back part of your neck. And chin to chest. Do a couple little half circles here. And when you're ready, slowly lift the crown of your head back up towards the ceiling. You can open your eyes. We're going to change the cross of your legs, opposite shin in front. And lower those knees towards the ground. And again, we can do a couple circles. Sometimes one side feels different than the other side. Okay. In yoga, we use our wrists a lot and our shoulders a lot in some of the key poses. So we're going to warm both of those up. So put your fingertips on your shoulders. Nice straight back. And we're going to try and bring your elbows to touch in the middle. Bring them up, keep them together as long as you can, and then they'll separate up above your head. And open, and now act like you're gonna try and touch them behind your back. I think it's impossible, but try and do it anyways. And then we're gonna circle back, forward, same thing again. Elbows together, up, as far back as you can, then try and touch behind your back, and back to the center. Let's go a little faster, okay? Big circles. Really getting into your shoulders. Keep going, and we're gonna switch directions. Just a few more. Okay, shake it out. All right, right arm up overhead. Bend at the elbow, pat your own back, and then put your hand over your elbow and just gently press your elbow back towards the wall behind you. If you want, you can use your head to press back a little further, chest forward. Chest pointing forward, elbow trying to point back. Okay, shake it out, other side, left arm up. Bend at the elbow. Same thing, gently pull it back. You can use your head, stick that chest forward. And release. Okay, I'm gonna start warming up your hands before we start doing some planks and downward dogs. So bring your fingers behind your thumb, and we're just gonna like flick your hand open, but as hard as you can. Like this. Lift your arms up over your head. We're gonna go for 30, okay? We're gonna go fast. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and backwards. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 14, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And shake it up. That should feel nice and warm all through your wrist and your forearm. Okay, from here, we're gonna go on hands and knees. You can move your blanket aside, or if your knees need a little extra padding or something, you could always put your knees on top of your blanket, okay? Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do, you have a nice straight back here. This is called tabletop because you look like a table. Without changing anything in your hips, just lower your chest towards the ground. It's the motion of bringing your shoulder blades together behind your back. Lower your chest. And then the opposite, press the floor away, round your shoulder blades. They're separating on your back. And again, lower with your inhale. With your exhale, press the floor away. One more time. Inhale, lower. Exhale, push the floor away. Now, if you want, and if it feels good on your back, we'll add in the hips. If not, just keep doing the same thing. This time with the inhale, you lower your chest, you lift your tailbone up towards the sky, and you can lift your gaze. This is called cow pose. Inhale here. And with your exhale, we'll do the opposite. Round your tailbone under, look towards your belly, round your shoulders, and exhale. Inhale. Start with your hips if you're doing your hips, and end with your gaze. Exhale, round your hips under, round your shoulders, and then look. All right, continue with your own breath. Let me see how it's going. Keep going. Everybody keep doing it. I'm looking to see how you're doing it. Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, find a neutral spine. So flat back again. We're gonna warm up your wrists a little bit more. As much as you can, start to walk your fingertips so that they're pointing back behind you. This will be different for everybody. So you might only get here, that's okay. As far back as you can. And from here, really press into your fingers. All of your fingers touch, like every knuckle touching the floor. And we'll start to just gently move back and forward. Try and sit. It's okay if your hand starts to lift a little bit. Getting a nice stretch on the back of your wrists. Okay, come back to center. We're gonna do cat and cow right here. With your inhale, move your shoulder blades together on your back, tilt your tailbone up, look up. And with your exhale, push the floor away and round. One more inhale. And exhale. And slowly sit back on your heels, shake out your wrists. Shake forwards, shake to the side. Shake to the other side. Okay, one more wrist thing. Make fists with your hands. And we're gonna take the back of your hand down to the floor. Bend your elbows a lot, okay? So you have your fist facing each other. Really bend your elbows a lot. And from here, see how much you can straighten your arms without losing the fist, okay? So keep your hands in a fist. See if you can straighten your arms a little bit. This is about as far as I can go. And then we'll just move side to side. All right, see if you can straighten a little bit more. And then sit back, one more shake. Okay, wrists should be feeling warm. Okay, let's come back to tabletop one more time. We're gonna check in with the hip mobility today, okay? So, straighten your left leg. Lift your left leg, bend at the knee. You're gonna keep a 90-degree angle in your knee here. And just lift your heel as high as you can. And open your knee out. And big circle, try and touch your knee to your arm. Circle down to the middle and back up. So we're just doing big circles here. Try and keep everything else the same, only moving your hip. And switch directions, start to open. And then up.
No way.
That's hard, huh? Okay, straighten your leg. You're gonna cross your left leg behind your right. Touch the ground with your toes behind your right leg. And then look over your right shoulder at your foot. This will be a nice stretch for your whole side body. If you feel good here and you want a balance challenge, see if you can come to the fingertips of your right hand, or maybe even lift your right hand. And when you're ready, hand back down and come back to neutral. Let's do the other side. I'm gonna move over just a little so I don't hit the wall. Okay, right leg extends, up, bend at the knee, and here we go with the big circles. Make this as exaggerated as possible. And switch directions. Woo. Okay, one more circle. And then extend your leg. Gonna cross over your left leg and look back at your right foot. Nice big stretch in your side body. If you want, you can come up onto the fingertips of your left arm, or see if you can lift it up without falling. Here for 3, 2, 1, and back to center. Okay, from here, let's see what your hands are doing. Make sure your pointer finger, your index, is pointing directly forward, and the rest of your fingers as open as possible. It'll almost look like your hands are turning out a little bit. From here, bring your tiptoes on the ground. Lift your knees to start. And then push your belly back to touch your thighs. So here we're in like a baby down dog. Move that out of the way. As much as possible, get your belly to touch your thighs. And once you're here, see how nice and long your back is? Think of when we were just doing cat and cow. We did, remember, cat is this one. I'm sorry, cow is this one, and cat is this one. We're going for like this type of a shape right now, okay? So hips are up, nice long extended back. And from here, keep your belly touching your thighs as long as possible and see if you can straighten out your legs. You might get your legs straight, but your back starts doing this. If that's the case, then go ahead and bend back, okay? We don't want to have like a plank mixed with a down dog. Want all the way back as far as possible. Okay, and from here, let's bend one knee, straighten the other one, and see if you can touch your heel down. And again, opposite knee straight bends, and we straighten the other leg. Make sure your feet are still hips width distance here. And you can move any way that feels good. Maybe you do a few little hip movements here as we're adjusting. Then slowly look forward between your hands and start to walk tiptoes all the way up, feet behind each of your wrists. Bend your knees as much as you need to be able to have your hands on the ground. And relax your head down. You can grab the opposite elbow and we'll just hang here. You can sway side to side. You can release the hands if that feels better. Big inhale through your nose. And side out through your mouth. With your next inhale, slowly, one vertebra at a time, roll all the way up. Okay, let's start to do a little bit more movement, a little flow. To start today, since we're gonna open into our hips and work on the lower back flexibility a little bit, let's start with a yogi squat, in Sanskrit, malasana. If anybody, I know you're not in Sanskrit school though, so we'll keep it in English. Yogi squat. Open your feet as wide as your yoga mat with your toes pointing out and your heels pointing in. I'm going to turn so that you can see me a little better. About like this. Okay, bend at your knees, and we're going to use the strength of your glutes to open your knees as wide as possible. Okay, you can keep your hands in the center or on your hips or wherever feels comfortable. Okay, to start, big inhale. And as we exhale, lower halfway down. Really open your knees out using the strength of your glutes. Nice straight spine. And then lower a little bit more. Hold here. And a little bit more, all the way down. And here, if you feel like your heels are coming up, another good place to have a blanket so that your heels can have something to be on top of, okay? I'm gonna turn, but you know the drill. Here we are in the yoga squat. Hands together at your chest. You can put your elbows inside your knees and use them to help open up a little bit. And pretend you have a string pulling your chest up and forward. We're gonna slowly stand back up the same way we came down. So arms forward, see if your knees can stay open. Lift up just a little bit and hold. Up about halfway and hold. Open those knees with your glutes. Up a little bit more. And straighten your legs. You can shake it out. Here we go, 2 more times, just like that. Arms forward. Start to squat, open your knees. We bend to about halfway. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little further. Still not relaxed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and all the way down. Use those arms to open your knees. This time, let's extend your right hand in front of your knee to touch the ground. Your left arm up. Don't let your left knee fall into the middle. Keep it opening out. And hands back to center. Other side, left hand down. Open up your arm, keep that knee opening. And back to center. All right, here we go, we're going up again. Hands forward. Up 1 and hold. Up 2 and hold. Up 3. And all the way up. All right, you guys have one more time. One more. You can do it. We're working those hips, okay? All right, here we go. Down about a third of the way. Now about a half of the way and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little bit further. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and all the way. You did it. Okay, from here, let's put both hands on the ground. We're going to take a big step back with your left leg. Left leg as far back as you can. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Your right hip can still be moving out a little bit. And we're just going to shift forward and back. And maybe let's do a little bounce, lift and lower with your hips. Only if it feels good. From here, step your right leg back. You're in plank. I know you've done a plank before. In yoga, when we do a plank, in most exercises, you're looking for a perfectly straight line, something like this. But in yoga, we do kind of like the cat pose. So in plank, really push your shoulder blades up. And I'll tell you why. It's because eventually you'll want to do arm balances and other hard poses. And this posture really helps to make those possible, okay? Let's hold in our yoga plank, pressing your shoulder blades up towards the ceiling. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move forward as much as you can, and then lower all the way down. With your inhale, press your feet into the mat and lift your chest. Keep your elbows nice and bent, okay? Just lifting your chest. Big inhale, and with your exhale, slowly go all the way back to downward dog. You can have your knees bent. Try and find that really straight back. And then slowly you can start to extend your legs. And maybe your heels start to reach down. Catch your breath here. Big inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. One more. And let it go. Look forward. You're going to take a big step with your left foot. Left foot outside of your left hand. And we're back in the same lunge on the other side. Do a little shift back and forth. And you can do a little bounce here if it feels good. Look forward. We're going to bring your right foot up to match. And we're in our little squat. And with an inhale, come all the way up. Let's do that again, and we'll add on some different things, okay? Inhale, arms up. Exhale, squat all the way down. Hands on the mat. This time, step your right leg back first. And we're gonna lower your right knee. Right knee to the mat. Bring your weight over your right arm so you can open your left arm back behind you. Doing a little twist here. Don't twist too far if this is stressful on your back. Do a few arm circles here, just continuing to open up your shoulder. Great. Hand down. We're going back to our plank. Find your plank, press your shoulders up. Move forward. You can lower your knees if you want, or not, and lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra pose. Keep your elbows bent. If you need a little bit more, lift your gaze. And with your next exhale, all the way back to downward dog. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Big inhale. And release. Look forward, big step with your right foot. And we lower the left knee. We're on the opposite side. All of your weight goes to your left hand. Right arm opens up and a gentle twist back. Let's do another big circle here. One more. And then both hands down. Come, bring your left foot up to match your right. Pause in our squat for just a minute. See if you can open your knees without the help of your arms. And then all the way up. Last time. Big inhale. Exhale, squat all the way down. Hands to the mat. Right, left leg goes back first. The knee goes down. And just like last time, big circle back. You can stay right here, or if you feel good, you can lift your foot, reach towards your foot. Maybe you can grab it. And if you can grab it, push back with your foot to open up your shoulder and your chest. See how that feels? Or if you want, try pulling your foot closer in towards your butt. Be a really big stretch on your quad. When you're ready, release. Without slingshotting, release. Hands down, we go to plank for just a second. Move forward and then lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. If you want this time a little bit more, you can try and straighten your arms just a little bit. Be careful with your back. Chest forward, relax your shoulders. With your next exhale, hips up and back into downward dog. We have one more side on our lunge. So when you're ready, look forward, inhale. And on the exhale, big step with your opposite foot, which should be your left foot. Lower your right knee. Big circle back with your left arm. If you want, lift your foot. You can reach towards it. See if you can grab it. You can pull back with your foot to open your chest. Or you can start to pull with your arm, bringing your heel towards your glute. And when you're ready, release with control. Hands down, one more big step to your squat. Here we are. And slowly come all the way up. Shake out what you need to shake out. We're gonna do a few longer holds here. And then we'll try something fun, okay? So separate your feet to about hips distance. And remember those movements we did at the beginning. We have cow, which is more of a flexion in your back, chest forward. And we have cat, the rounded, everything goes in. Right now, I want you to channel your cow, okay? So here we go. You can bring your hands to your hips. Big inhale, lift your chest. And send your hips back just a little bit. Big inhale, and let it all go. One more big inhale. And with your exhale, hinge at your hips. I'm gonna do a forward fold. Bend your knees a little bit here to start. We're trying to get your belly to touch your thighs, just like in down dog. Let your head go. We're gonna take your peace sign fingers, grab your big toe, open your elbows out, start to pull your head down towards the ground. You can keep your knees really bent here, or if you want a little bit more, you can straighten out as long as your belly is touching your sides, which is easier for me because I'm pregnant, so I'm sorry. That's an unfair advantage. From here, see if you can bring more weight forward into your toes instead of in your heels. When I'm doing flexibility poses, I find that when you exhale, that's the right moment to flex a little bit more. When you do it on the inhale, it makes everything really tight. So on the inhale, you can think lengthen my back, and on the exhale, you can think relax. Rebend your knees. Slowly come all the way up. And shake it out for just a second here. All right. Let's take a big step forward with your right foot and a big step back with your left foot. You're gonna open your left foot so it is parallel with the back of your mat. You want your front heel to be in line with the back arch, okay? And your hips can turn towards either your side wall or the camera, whichever way you're facing. From here, gonna bend your right knee. And this is important. Don't let it fall into the center, open it out behind you, okay? See if you can get your leg parallel to the ground. If not, find what's comfortable for you. And we're gonna bring shoulders over hips. Here we go, try not to be leaning too far forward or back. All right, this is called Warrior Two. From here, extend your arms. Look over your right fingers. Big inhale here. And with your exhale, make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Flip your right hand. With the inhale, I'm gonna do a slight side bend here. You can look towards the side, or if you want it to be more intense, you can look up. And now nothing changes in your feet or in your legs. We come back to center, start to reach forward, and then put your forearm over your thigh. Your left arm goes up, bicep next to your ear. Keep your legs the same, and let's do the same thing again, all the way up. And all the way forward. Back to center. And let's turn your right foot to be parallel with your left. Hands on your hips. Inhale. And with the exhale, here we go. We're channeling your cow pose again as we flex forward. Here you can put your hands on the ground for some support. Or if you want, you can start to walk them back behind you, bringing your head close to the mat. Your head touch is great. If not, don't worry. This is just about stretching your hamstrings, okay? Keep a little bend in your knees. We're here for just a second. And we'll start to walk your hands over to your left leg. We're going to turn your left foot forward. And here we go. We're doing the same pose, Warrior Two, on this side. All the way up. Heel is in line with your back arch. Bend your knee and open it out. And here go the arms. Big inhale. Exhale, smile and relax your shoulders. Flip your left hand. And we're going back. Big inhale. They call this peaceful warrior. And exhale, reach forward as far as you can. Forearm goes over your leg. Bicep next to your ear. And again, we go all the way back with your inhale. Exhale forward. On your next inhale, come up to center. Feet go parallel just for a second. One more big inhale. Exhale. Fold to the middle. And start to walk your hands forward towards your foot. Take a big step, both feet are between your hands. And slowly roll all the way up. Okay. I'm going to turn to face you for this part. You can stay where you are on your mat. This is a fun little balance challenge and a nice stretch to end on, okay? So let's bring all of your weight to your left foot. And we're going to reach your right knee up towards your chest. from here, start to bend your left knee. Now bring your right knee behind your left knee, kind of like a curtsy, but you have one foot in the air. And now this is the fun part. Everybody will do this differently, but we're gonna start to lower as far as you can go without falling until you bring your whole right shin on the ground. From here, sit your hips down. You should have your left foot in front of your right knee, a little bit crossed. I don't know how well you can see since I'm wearing black leggings, but like this, okay? Right arm goes up, big inhale, long back. With the exhale, hug your knee, left hand behind you. We're doing a nice easy twist. If you're a little bit more flexible, right now I can't twist very much, but if you can bring your arm up and bend your elbow, bring your elbow outside of your right knee, okay? And you can get a much deeper twist. From here, you can look behind you if that feels good. With your inhales, long back, and with your exhales, twist a little bit more. Okay, I'm turning so you can see. From here, come back center. This will look very different for everybody. We're gonna try and stack one knee over the other. So you'll walk your feet out to the same distance. And the important thing here is that both sides of your butt are on the floor. So if one leg is up a little bit for that to happen, then that's totally fine. But this will be a nice stretch, especially on the outside of your right hip, okay? From here, we're gonna come back to our shoulders, just like the beginning of class. Left arm goes up, next to your ear, bend at the elbow. You can do the exact same thing we did at the beginning, opening like this, or you can reach your hand behind, clasp hands, or even just grab your shirt. Okay, and from here, open your chest forward, lean your head back into your left elbow. Oh, that feels good. You can stay right here, or if you want a little more, you can start to hinge forward. I'm gonna stay up, but you have that option. Big inhale through your nose. And sigh it out through your mouth. We're starting to wind down. So try and make your exhales longer than your inhales. Okay, from here, release your arms. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. You're gonna bring your left foot, the sole of your left foot, in front of your right shin, back on the ground. And this is an extra fun little mobility challenge, okay? You can use your hands, but I challenge you to try and do it without using your hands. See if you can lean forward, come all the way up and lift your right foot back up into your chest, just how we started. And then slowly bring it back down. Okay, we have the other side. All of your weight goes to your right leg. Left knee up towards your chest. Start to bend your right knee. I like to put my hands in prayer position, but you could have them on your hips or wherever you feel most balanced. Okay, bring your left knee behind your right knee, doing a little curtsy. And this is your challenge. See if you can lower all the way down without falling. And then sit. Okay, here we are. So we have your right leg in front, your right heel is on the ground in front of your left knee. Make sure you can sit on the ground with both sides of your butt. And we have our twist. Inhale with your left arm. You can go for the hug twist, Or if you have a little bit more space, you can put your elbow on the outside of your right knee. Either way, the opposite hand is behind your back. Nice tall spine. And with your exhale, see if you can look behind you. Big inhale. And let it go. One more, inhale, sit tall. And exhale, twist. Slowly come back to center and start walking your right heel towards your left hip to try and stack your knees. Make sure both sides of your tailbone or of your butt are on the ground. Nice stretch here in the hips. Okay, right arm goes up this time. Bend at the elbow. And then you can grab your elbow up here, or if you want to try for the bind, you can grab your shirt, or see if you can grab your hands behind your back. Press the back of your head into your right elbow. Big inhale. And exhale it all out. One more big inhale. And release. You can start to hinge forward if that feels good for you. Slowly come back up. Release your arms. You're gonna bring your right foot in front of you fully on the ground. And we're gonna try that stand up on this side. So feel free to use your hands if necessary, or if not, see if you can lean your weight forward. Come all the way up one leg, knee to chest, hold, and then release. Shake everything out. Maybe do a few, I like to do the body slap thing. Oh, okay. And when you're ready, we have our last yogi squat all the way down. And slowly sit down. From here, extend both legs. Shake them out here on the ground. And when you're ready, slowly ease all the way back down to the ground on your back. I'm gonna grab a pillow because that's more comfortable for me right now. Okay. You can open your palms up towards the ceiling. Close your eyes. Do some circles with your jaw. And then gently close your mouth. Gently close your eyes without squeezing. Let your tongue relax in your mouth. Relax your neck and your shoulders. Relax your biceps and your elbows, your wrists. Big breath into your belly. And exhale it out. Relax your abdomen, your belly. Notice how your hips feel after all the work we've done. Relax your knees and your ankles and your toes. And we'll just be here for a few breaths. Keep your eyes closed. Start to move just your fingers and your toes. Start to do some circles with your ankles and your wrists. On your next inhale, stretch your arms above your head. Inhale as much as you can, as much air as you've taken in all day. Huge breath. Hold it. Breathe in a little more. And let everything go through the mouth. When you're ready, bend your knees and slowly come over onto one side, a fetal position on the ground. And little by little, with your eyes still closed if possible, come up to an easy seated position. You can have your legs crossed or sit on your heels, whatever's comfortable. From here, let's just take one big inhale, chest forward like cow pose. And one big exhale, round your back, look towards your belly. And come back to neutral. Both arms up, inhale. Palms together, exhale. Prayer hands in front of your chest. It was a pleasure to do this class with you guys. Namaste.
Thank you, Jordan. It was really amazing. I feel so good.
Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear it.
Was awesome, Jordan.
I feel good too, so I enjoyed it.
It's like, I feel like you've had a workout, but also really relaxed at the same time. It's like,
That's the goal, right? Like I'm sweaty a little bit right now, but I feel good. So that's always the goal.
wow, Johan even had a shower.
I get up 30 minutes ago, you know.
That's okay.
Oh my God, I was so tired.
1 hour is long for your first class of yoga, I have to say.
That's right.
That's 30 minutes is pretty good. You
Really?
should be proud.
Oh my goodness. Congratulations for me, eh?
Yeah, good job.
It's okay.
Wow, awesome. Well done, Johan. How was your experience, Johan? What did you feel like?
No, good. Very well. Well, I don't know, you know, I was thinking that yoga was more as a meditation.
It can be. There's lots of different styles. I really use it as my primary form of exercise. So I feel that I need to get in a sweat and a relaxation. But there are definitely styles that are very relaxed.
Okay. I understand. That's it. Well, but that was great.
Nice. Well done, Johan. Jordan, like any tips for like, you know, if we want to improve, like, is it something that you have to do every day, a few times a week? Like, how do we really get into a good yoga practice?
Well, I was going to say now, Steve. I'm so sorry.
Either's good.
Okay.
Or Bill too.
Now is a great time for you to practice lowering your heels in down dog because you're nice and warm and relaxed. So usually if there's a harder pose or something that you're working towards, I always recommend doing it after you've done a full class, because all of a sudden you're going to be like, oh my goodness, I didn't know I could move this way, you know, but you have to do the work beforehand. A lot of people want to only practice one pose until they get it, but a lot of times the problem isn't what you think it is, and it comes from somewhere else in the body. So after a whole workout is when you have your best chance of doing something different. But I know for me, my yoga practice, because we call it a practice in English for some reason, but my yoga practice improved a lot when I started committing to doing 5 times a week. So
wow, 5 times for an hour each session,
not always an hour, but at least 3 times a week was a full hour, I would say. The other times was like, just do something, you know, get something in there. So that's when I really started to see a big difference.
Wow, amazing. Valeria, how often do you do yoga?
2 or 3 times per week.
For an hour as well, or shorter?
Yeah, it's around 45 minutes. I do this waking up yoga in the morning. It's around 45 minutes, I guess. Yes.
That's great.
Wow, that was the first time I've done an hour before. That was I'm sweating like.
That's why I knew already some of the poses, and but some other were kind of challenging to keep the balance. That's why it was very interesting for me.
Yeah,
I love your background.
I know it looks like a club, but like a very zen, peaceful club.
Very cool, very cool. I don't know if Tanya, I've seen Tanya's joined us kind of.
Yeah, I'm here. Hi, everyone. Hi.
Hey,
So,
Tanya.
bravo! Sorry, I'm too late, but we're amazing yoga. Oh my God, I love it was amazing.
Good.
Yeah. Yes, I don't know for tomorrow in my body.
Oh, did you join, Tanya? Were you practicing?
That's not right.
I practice in the body combat.
Oh wow!
I didn't see her.
Yeah. So I don't know.
That's not right.
Oh, that Johan.
Tanya, why can't we see you today?
Oh, really?
Yeah, we can't see you.
Oh my God. Maybe. Oh, wait. Please.
There you are. Oh, thank you for coming and joining. Does anyone have any questions for Jordan? Does anyone have any doubts?
Well, if I would like to start to do yoga, you know, how many times a week could be to start? I don't know, maybe one time for 1 hour or 30 minutes, please 15 minutes.
I would say the best way is to do it more often, but you can do shorter classes. So maybe like 3 times a week for 20 minutes. That would be a really good start. And if you feel good after 20 minutes, you can either add another day or you can add more time. But I would say always doing something more times a week is better than doing something only once, but for a very long time.
And all this kind of exercises are good for back, or there are special exercises for back?
There are some specific exercises that are better for the back. And we didn't do any back bending today, for example. That's something that depends on each person. So there's a lot of range in yoga, and it depends on what your goals are. If it's for your back to feel good, then any class that's focusing on core work, like the planks we were doing, that will support strength in your back, or working on your hips like we did today is good for loosening up your back too. So.
All right, that's okay. No more questions.
Okay.
My back feels really good now, actually, Jordan, the lower back, especially with the Cobra. I think that was
yes, that I really like that. That one's hard for me right now because of my belly, but.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
So Jordan, you have some classes coming up actually, right?
Yes, I'm offering a 3-class pack. The classes will be designed for the level of whoever signs up with, so more advanced options or also more beginner options depending on whatever you need and what your personal goals are. And I believe they're all on Tuesday evenings. I can't remember which exact dates they are at this moment.
Yeah, we got them here, and the dates are right here.
Mhm.
Each class is an hour, is that right?
Each class is an hour, just like tonight. And since they're evening classes, we'll do a little extra cool down so that you can go to bed and feel amazing.
Awesome, awesome. All right, well, I will share this link both here in the chat with everybody and in our community group for everyone who maybe missed out tonight. Where's the chat? There we go, right here. And we'll send that round in an email as well to everyone in case people missed out. All right, Jordan, thank you so much. It was really a truly wonderful evening. Like that was really great. Thank you. Feels amazing.
You're so welcome. It was wonderful to meet you all. I'm going to have to run now, but I really enjoyed the time. So,
go and see your other daughter. Stay in touch, Jordan.
Goodbye.
That's okay. Goodbye. See you next time.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Did you have fun, guys?
What?
Bye.
Did you have fun?
Yes, I did. Yes, of course.
Nice. All right.
No,
Good.
it's interesting, you know. I didn't know that this kind of exercises are this yoga.
You didn't do this exercise, the yoga.
No, I did, but just for 30 minutes. Yes, the first 30 minutes. No, that's right.
Tanya, you missed it. You were too late, Tanya.
Yes, that's right.
Because I was driving in my car. I was like,